Yo, what is going on, everybody? I really like the thumbnail in this video because it reminds me of something that happened today where I got to, some of you guys are gonna think I'm sick for this, but there was this barrier which I had to put up as part of my role for work, and there were a lot of senior citizens coming down past this barrier. Anyway, they weren't meant to come under it to the other side because we had some contraflows going for people for clear passage. And we'd had about a group of 4 ladies and another lady, then another lady. They'd all ducked under the barrier and done a runner. Anyway, I said, guys, don't go under the barrier. It's there for a reason. I got pretty firm with them. Well, this last lady, she made a dash for it. And I dived in front of her and I went, no, get back under the barrier. It's there for a reason. She's like, yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. So everyone around her started laughing, and then as she went down the escalators, another lady said to me, oh, you know, she's really trying it on, isn't she? I said, yeah, well, she behaves like a child. She's going to get treated like a child. This lady laughed because even the oldies know that these women are acting like children, right? And out of 7 women, no men, I note, and there was pretty equal number of both today. Anyway, I wanted to dedicate this particular video to all you guys who have copped domestic abuse from your ex-partner, and also a special mention to a serial donator by the name of Stacy. And I normally wouldn't name someone like that, but the specific reason is because even women who are smart, who are lesbians, are adopting the same philosophy that we men take on, which is saying no to those who don't have our best interests at heart, focusing on ourselves, building ourselves, right? This is just not a male-only phenomenon. Anyone who dates women is experiencing the same thing. And, you know, if you came to me 10 years ago and you said, you know what, in 10 years, women and men are all going to be just opting out, don't want anything to do with women anymore. Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? And particularly with respect to Johnny Depp, even though he's been a bit of a white knight cuck these days, he still didn't deserve what Amber Heard did to him. And if you haven't heard, Amber Heard actually was caught by Johnny admitting that she was slapping him around the face, going, oh, I wasn't punching you, stop being a baby. And it's like, yeah, okay. You know the whole toxic masculinity thing that you feminists talk about, that you spastic talk about, that you gender studies grads talk about, and you say that men put unrealistic standards onto other men and that's toxic masculinity. Well, Amber Heard must be a man then, because she's the one imposing the unrealistic standards. She's the one telling him to man up, don't be a baby. You know, just cop it on the chin, right? The things that feminists accuse men of doing to other men. Women are the one that put these standards on us, not other men. The only men that put these same standards on us are the men that know what lays ahead of us at the hands of women if we don't behave in a certain way. So those men are trying to save us. Those women are trying to throw us under the bus. But I digress. Let's get into this article, shall we? Before I do, I know it's been a while since I did a video, guys. I have been working my freaking ass off. I've been doing 75 to 80 hour weeks. Someone was critical the other week of me, and it was a fair criticism because I did say the other week that I was really under the pump with money. I went to Singapore. Yes, I did. I had free accommodation there, and I used my frequent flyer points to fly over there. My cost during the week that I was there, other than my lost wages, was 150 bucks. So, you know what? I made the decision to go, even though I was a little bit tight on cash. I made it work, and I'm back, and I'm working my ass off to not only get that cash back, but also work towards some other things. So I just wanted to clear that up in case anyone thought I was a hypocrite for saying one thing and then doing another. You know, I made a conscious decision as a man to take responsibility for that. And I am putting in the work, putting in the hours to get ahead. I can't believe these supplements that I've been using The same ones that I have over at testosteronevalley.com. Unbelievable. Like, I'm taking 4 of them a day as the dosage requests, as the dosage suggests. It's all natural, and I take it with a meal or a snack. And I've had, like last week, I worked from Thursday afternoon to Thursday night, then early Friday morning to Saturday night, so pretty much I worked around the clock from Thursday afternoon to Sunday morning. I couldn't have done it without those things. So if you want to see what they are, it's called Testo Fuel over at testosteronevalley.com. But domestic abuse by women has tripled in a decade, with female attackers carrying out almost a third of assaults. Domestic abuse by women has more than trebled in a decade as females carry out nearly a third of attacks, police data reveals. And thank you very much to my man, The Price is Right review, for that $2 donation. Sup, bro? Always a pleasure seeing your streams. I appreciate you, man. It comes as police forces reportedly rush to attend to more than 2,000 domestic abuse cases across the UK every day. A 10% rise in the number of attacks carried out by women, jumping from 19% in 2009 to 28% in 2018. Was also recorded in the figures, reports the Sunday Telegraph. They likely provide just a snapshot of the situation in the UK, as many cases are believed to be going unreported. You're damn right they are, because when men report, when women counter-report, men are the ones that get fucked. Domestic abuse service Caelan, based in Landarcy, Wales, warned last year that many men are fearful of coming forward. There's very much a belief that domestic abuse only happens to women, and that prevents men from coming forward, the charity's project manager Michael Dix-Williams told the BBC. It feeds into this fear that they're not going to be believed. Yeah, because feminists have used the Duluth model to create social services framework, which say, hey, only women can be abused, because men are those violent misogynists that like beating up on women just to retain the power and the privilege of their white male cis ancestry, which of course is complete bullshit, as anyone with an IQ above 3 knows, but that's not a category that feminists fall into. Charity Mankind spokesman Mark Brooks told The Sun, "We're seeking more men to come forward all the time to get help, but far too many stay silent. We need to do more because there is help out there." Carol Robinson, 57 years old, stabbed her husband of 40 years with a potato peeler during a furious row over a new set of blinds. Wow, imagine that. You get into an argument with your husband over which blinds you want to have in your lounge room, and you stab him with a potato peeler. Smart move, lady. Way to solve an argument peacefully. They'd moved to Bridlington on the coast together, but their seaside dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Embittered housewife, and bitter is the word there, Joanne Reddy was jailed for 4 years in November 2019 after stabbing her ex-husband Raymond during a row about their divorce, and screamed, "Die, you bastard!" Sorry to anyone whose eardrums I just blew out there, and thank you to Kate the Swiss, my man, for that $20 donation. I appreciate you. He says, "Missed you, bro. Good evening. Good seeing you again." Thank you very much. I'm going to try and be on here a bit more frequently. She then kicked him in the ribs at their home in Ashton-under-Lyme, Manchester Crown Court heard. Oh, well, that's not domestic abuse, because it's only domestic abuse when a man kicks a woman in the ribs because of all of his power and privilege. An estimated 1.6 million women aged between 16 to 74 experience some form of domestic abuse every year. Around 1/4 of all victims are men. So, that's an interesting little article for you, isn't it? And that is just a snippet. That is just a portion. That is just a little morsel of the meal of a video that I'm working on at the moment. I am going to blow this feminist bullshit out of the water. I'm going to blow it so high out of the water, it's going to look like a fucking mushroom cloud. I'm going to blow it so high out of the water, it's going to look like the spout of water that a land whale puts out when they're not on land. I'm going to make some serious waves for this one, guys, and I hope that you share it far and wide. I'm going to incorporate the Duluth model. I told you I was going to put together a Duluth model video. I mean, I'm just working on how it's going to flow, because I've got so much information, and I need to present it all factually, carefully, because this is going to ruffle some feathers, this bad boy. And by the way, if you come across any feminists that go, men are always abusing women, how about you whip out this article? So please save it. Make sure you got somewhere easy. There's a really cool bookmarking app that I got my hands on. It's called raindrop.io. And if you want to check out a new browser that's not Google Chrome, that doesn't intrude on your privacy with ad trackers and too many cookies and all that sort of stuff that you don't like having in your browser, check out my link to Brave Browser in the description below. Every single time you guys download and install that and try it out, it's basically like Google Chrome but without all the privacy infringements. Every time you download and install that and use it for 30 days, if you like it, if you don't like it, please do uninstall it. But if you do like it, it helps this channel out, and it also will help you guys out to keep your information private. So anyway, I'm out of here for now, but I appreciate you all. It's good to see you all again. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling energetic. If you want to hear about those supplements that I've been taking that is helping me get all this energy naturally and organically that I mentioned before in the video, check out testosteronevalley.com, and I will see you in the next video, gentlemen. But until then, peace, and I appreciate you.